Now, there is a new platform to help fund female startups in Australia. Lift Women will enable founders to source the funding they need to begin their startup journey. And to tell us more about it is founder Irene Tsang. Irene, welcome to Startup Daily. This sounds cool. Did we need it?
Hi, Simon. Thank you for having me. Yes, that's an exciting time. I think Lift Women is a go-to funding marketplace dedicated for just women-owned business to get funding, market product validations, visibility, and customers all in one go. I think currently our vision is really to empower and inspire more women to start their own business so they can really attain the financial awareness by doing what they do best and enjoy doing, so they can live a life to its fullest potential.
So, Irene, what led you down the path to decide to do this? Was it your own frustrations, or was it talking to your other female founder friends who are having struggles with attracting funding and the advice they needed?
Yes, absolutely. So I worked for a banking and finance industry for almost 20 years. So I work in an insurance company heading up the global bank partnerships for Standard Chartered Bank, Citibank, Commonwealth Bank. So I know how financial inclusions can change people's lives and how difficult it can be to attain it, especially for women. And last year during the pandemic, a lot of frustrations for a lot of women startup, and also a lot of women got laid off from their company. And I've been talking to a lot of women around me that how difficult their life becomes. And when women, when economic go down, they hit the hardest. And a lot of women, they take up a lot of extra responsibilities during pandemic lockdown because of a lot of unpaid care work, but they also worry about the financial income. So that triggered me that I always think, how can I help? So we see the problem, we see the gap, but what's the solutions? How can we help? So that's why inspired me to start a platform to support them.
Fantastic. So Lift Women is up and running. Tell us a little bit about the companies you're working with.
Well, it's encouraging. So we just launched 4 weeks ago, but we already got over 500 people signed up to the platform, and we've got over 40 applications in just 4 weeks. I've been speaking to over 100 women who are very interested about the platform and wanted to know more about it and see how they can start. So currently we have 18 projects published. So they're very beautiful projects. We've got a mum who has a daughter who diagnosed a very rare neurological disorder, which called Rett syndrome, since she's little. So her daughter can only be sit on a wheelchair for the rest of her life. So she's got inspired to produce a tailor-made non-slip blanket just for wheelchair people. So she's trying to raise funds to start her business, blanket business, on the platform. This is so beautiful and very touching. And we've also got another gorgeous woman who's trying to start who's the survivor from the family violence. And then she's now starting a biodegradable bamboo nappy business. And then and she's also trying to give back to support a woman who suffer from the domestic violence. And we also got another incredible woman who is trying to launch a Tinder-style swipe app to support to swipe the second-hand kids' clothes. So there are actually a lot of inspiring and interesting and exciting business projects going on the platform in such a short period of time.
So if I like the sound of these and I want to invest, how do I get involved on that front?
Well, you just have to go to the platform and select the projects that you like, and then you can check out the reward they're offering, because the platform, our platform, is different from donation platform or equity crowdfunding platform. We actually step-free, equity-free. So what you do is actually you buy pre-ordering their products or supporting the service. So what you do is you choose a project that you wanted to support and wanted to see their dreams come true. And then you check out their reward, what they're offering, and then you select the reward and just support them by buying their products in advance. So they can collect the money they need to start the productions.
So tell us a little bit about how you're going to build Lift Women as a business, a startup itself, in terms of the longevity of the platform and your ambitions for it.
Yes, that's a great question. So we see ourselves in the startup ecosystem is like we kind of take the role of activations. So we're trying to activate women and encourage them to start and give them the very basic funding that they need to start their startup building their MVP. So for I've been speaking to over 100 women in 4 weeks. So I've got a lot of feedback. So what I see is there are three key problems that they are lagging. Number one is obviously the funding, that the platform was trying to get them to get the funding. Secondly is the skills to start. They don't really know how to get there, how to pitch to an angel investor, or how to build a beautiful crowdfunding campaign, or how to write a business plan. So what Lift Women will do is in the next couple of months, that we will building some supporting consultations or courses that support them to build a beautiful, support a successful crowdfunding projects, at the same time to tell them how to be a startup ready. So the platform will then become their very first stepping stone or their very first milestone, and get them prepared to scale to the next step, to even talk to angel investor or venture capitalist. So this is number one. And the first thing is we found that is what they really need is the confidence and role models. So we were trying to ensure that we connect with other supporting partners, like organizations or even angel investors or other people who would love to support them, to get them noticed so they can be successful. So once they're successful, we are creating more role models, so we can encourage and give confidence to more women to just give it a go and try to start something.
I love it because there's an incredible diversity in those 18 companies. I note that one of them is even about sports governance, which doesn't just help women.
Yeah.
There's plenty of blokes that could do with a little bit better governance when it comes to dealing with the local sports club. Irene Tsang, it's been great to have you on the show. We wish you all the best with Lift Women. We will no doubt be following it closely on Startup Daily, and also the incredible founders involved. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Simon.